Going out there in YouTube land. Let me get this camera straight. Boop, 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 boop. Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? So I guess we're not gonna raise it up that high just so we can get the camera right. Let's close it down some. Okay, maybe about, no, a little too much big finger, man. Let's try about right there. That's about enough, right? But I want you guys to be able to see, as much as the screen as possible. That's why I try to OD sometimes. Yeah, that's why I do that, because I try to get you guys to see as much as the screen sometime, as well as trying to stay proportioned, because I'm a neat freak. I don't know what that is about me. I like to make all my lines and everything straight. But how you guys doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. So glad that Rebecca's feeling better this morning. And you see, we got some prayer warriors out here, Rebecca. Also want to pray for Casey. How you doing, my brother? Mark Dorfman, Rebecca, Lanya, and Bueno. That's right. I see 10 Majen up in the building. I'm glad that you're here. How you doing? That's right. We are live. Batty Lynn, I got your address as well. Yes, you will be getting your decal. You already know. 10 Majen, let me know if you want one. I got you. Batty Lynn, you already know I got you. Also, Luigi, how you doing this morning? Liberty and Justice, where you at, girl? Also, want to give a shout out to Sam Champion this morning in the building. Make sure that everybody's doing good and feeling great. It's my favorite day of the week, y'all. Amen. That's right. Y'all ready to do it? Because I know I am. Let me get this audio straight over here. It's Monday morning, y'all. Hope you got your coffee, your tea, because we ready. It's our bottom line. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. That's right, y'all. Y'all ready? Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's our bottom line. It ain't time yet. He still got a little more to go. So we're going to give him a little bit more. Try to catch me. Okay. Ole. Hope y'all having a great morning. Y'all know what it's time to do. Thank you for the membership. I'm ready to get to work. Everybody, thank him for the membership right there. Valen, how you doing, Valen? Let's go. Tap it up. That's right. It's a real cool morning in New York where I'm at. And I'm going to need you guys to give me a serious pass on this one. You guys are going to have to remember, I don't make these songs. I don't make them up. I do not make these songs. I just sing them. And sometimes I think they funny. And because I'm a funny type of guy, I like to say them. That's right. Open up those pores. Doom 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 doom. Oh baby, I eat the out of yo. I don't know where he get that from. To all the pretty girls and the ugly ones too. Y'all know where I'm about to go with, right? Y'all know where I'm about to go, right? You give me your number, I call you up. You act like it, don't interrupt. I don't have no problem with you f***ing me, but I have a little problem with you not f***ing me. Baby, you know I'ma take care of you, cause you say you got my baby and you know it ain't true. Is it a good thing? No, it's bad itch, but a good thing, yeah, it made you switch. So we pulled up, but with my career style. And I'm talking about, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got you in it. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Come on now, it's almost impossible. Just say an old DB verse. He said, you give me your number, I'll call you up. You act like you don't interrupt. I don't got no problem with you fucking me, but I got a little problem with you not fucking me. That was the joint right there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm open. It's Monday. That's right, December the 1st. And if pump that beat, December 1st. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, but we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Hey, dirty baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, R.I.P. to the late, great, old, dirty Bizasted. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Wu-Tang Clan, the #1 A song, that's right, represent. And y'all know the famous line that he made famous. Wu-Tang is for the children. Who we got up in the building this morning? Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Jason, how you doing up in this? Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Jet 30, what's that, 9212. We got, who else do I see over there? It says Matrix, Han, Tenmagen, how you doing? Southeast Lisa, Mark Dorfman, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Miss Paris, good morning. Haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, Jason? How you doing? Casey, my brother. What's that, Sebastian. I'm so sorry, Sebastian. Good morning. How you doing, Sebastian? Everybody ready to get busy? No, so I see somebody else. Early Truth is up in here. Luigi 307. How you doing? Earth Truth. And I hope everybody's ready, because guess what? I am. I'm ready to get busy, y'all. Hope you guys are ready, because guess what? I got 5 on it. I'm going to be stacking 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is do your boy a favor and let's stay on point. And like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. So y'all know what I'm going to do, right? Huh? Without any further ado, had a big intro, so you know what? Hope you got your tea, hope you got your coffee, because it's time. Let's get into these titles. We got a big show today, you guys, and I can't wait to get started. What do we have? We have Trump. What new names will the Jeffrey Epstein files reveal? We're talking about the newly released files, the newly released emails, and the new stuff that we've got coming out. I've even ran across a bunch of new names that we're going to get to, you guys, and y'all going to be like, for real? Yeah, and I'm going to let them say it. It's not going to be coming from me. We're going to get it directly from a video clip. So we're going to keep on moving forward to the next thing, because what else do we have? Why Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is still in line for the throne. Yeah. Told you guys that before, right? Just because you took away his name does not mean you can take away bloodline. So guess what? There's a possibility that Andrew could be the king. Check this out. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, we have which Democrats accepted campaign donations from Jeffrey Epstein. Who let Jeffrey Epstein handle their monetary? Who let Jeffrey Epstein, who accepted donations and campaign finances from Jeffrey Epstein? We got a little of that as well, you guys. And without any further ado, hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. It's time to get to work. Let me get you guys out here with some early morning news, just in case you got to go early. Let's stack up this deck, load it up. Hope you guys are ready, because guess what? I am. And guess what? Do me a favor, let's try to stay on topic. Let's try to stay on point, because that always makes the dialogue and the dialect much better. Also, let me know where you're chiming in from. And last but not least, what time is it where you're at? Let's keep going, you guys. Let's get into the president, as he has some gaggle on Air Force One. And he's talking about a few things here. Let's get into it. Let's go. Good morning. Happy Monday morning, guys.
We're in a very nice airplane, but it's rocky. Any questions? We had some great economic numbers come out. As you know, we're doing very well economically. A lot of factories are being built all over the country and all of that, but very strong numbers came out. Go ahead.
Can you give us an update on what took place in South Florida today, those talks between the U.S. and the Ukrainians?
Well, they're going along. They're going along well. We're going to stop people from being killed. It doesn't have much to do with us. But I'd like to see if we can save a lot of souls. 7,000 people killed in that ridiculous war that should have never happened. It would have never happened for whatever reason.
Have you spoken with the reopened since that?
Yeah, I've spoken to them. They're doing well. Ukraine's got some difficult little problems. Some difficult problems.
I said Ukraine's got some difficult problems. I'm just going to go ahead and already say it. They got a lot of corruption going on in Ukraine and a lot of air inside of the audio as well. It's the best clip I was able to find.
But I think Russia would like to see it end, and I think I know Ukraine would like to see it end.
You just said that Ukraine has a little bit of problems.
We have a corruption situation going on, which is not helpful.
Is that impeding the peace talks?
I said it was going on for 3 years, right? And I said 3 years. I said it. So I was way ahead of schedule. But I think that there's a good chance we can make a deal.
Mr. President, on Venezuela, can you tell us more about why the airspace above Venezuela should we consider?
Because we consider Venezuela to be not a very friendly country. They sent millions of people, really, and probably a number in excess of that. And a lot of those people shouldn't be in our country from June.
I got to keep on moving forward to a cleaner video where he basically talked a little bit about the powwowing that happened in Washington, D.C. We saw part of this as well, but I queued it up to a certain point that we did not see the other day because I wanted to make sure that we all were able to get it. You guys do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's get some better audio going here.
Have a lot of problems. Their countries force them in because their countries are smart. They don't want them. Let's give them to the Americans to take care of. They come out of jails in many cases, mental institutions, they're gang members, they're drug dealers. We don't want them. Many of the service members on this call today are engaged in crucial aspects of that mission. And to each and every one of you, I just want to thank you so much. Incredible people. You make this sacrifice like few others understand. A lot of them don't even understand it. And you're keeping America safe and free. Our military is strong.
I forgot to give love to all of the military that's away for Thanksgiving, that's protecting our borders and our people. Want to just thank everybody, everybody's family. Hopefully you guys probably had a chance to come home. Yeah, thank you so much for serving and for protecting. Thank you as well. Keep on moving forward, because my dad definitely did the same thing.
My first term, I rebuilt our military, all aspects of our military. And in Afghanistan, we actually gave up a big chunk, but relatively, as much as it seemed like it's small compared to what we bought and to what we have and to what we're buying. We're spending over $1 trillion this year on our military. We have a military, the best in the world. We make the best equipment in the world.
If you like this video.
Okay, guys, that was the rest of that video that we had missed the other day. Just wanted to make sure we got it all out. Now we got to keep on moving forward, because now they're saying that we're going to get them out. Right now, we have a lot of a situation in Washington, D.C. that you guys know. We lost one service member and another one is in critical condition right now. President Trump is threatening to get rid of all of the, I think these are the Afghans that were sent in through the Biden. Let's let them say it so I can make sure they're getting it right. Good morning, everybody. Let's go.
Donald Trump has doubled down on his anti-immigration crackdown. This comes after an Afghan national was arrested for the shooting of 2 National Guards in Washington, D.C. last week. Dana Marie McNichol reports.
Officials are conducting search warrants and speaking to anyone that might have known the suspect as the investigation shifts into his past, like looking at his life in Afghanistan before he moved to the U.S. in 2021. Officials say 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakanwal was vetted by the intelligence community for his work with the CIA in Afghanistan before being granted humanitarian parole through Operation Allies Welcome.
Seems like we train these people, then they come over here and do some crazy crap.
This is a program under the Biden administration that allowed him to settle in Washington state with his wife and 5 kids. He would have also been screened by the Trump administration before receiving asylum earlier this year. Now, what may have motivated him to drive across the country and carry out a deadly ambush remains unanswered. Lakanwal is now facing first-degree murder for the death of 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, as 24-year-old Andrew Wolf remains in critical condition. Today, a DHS spokesperson confirmed another Afghan national who was paroled into the U.S. under Biden's Operation Allies Welcome. He was arrested for posting a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb intended for the Fort Worth area in Texas.
There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
In response to the shooting this week, the president has directed the State Department to pause giving out visas to people traveling with Afghan passports, as well as hold all asylum decisions until every person is screened. And the president has also directed an additional 500 National Guard members to be deployed in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we're going to keep on moving forward because Jasmine Crockett basically has a little bit of pushback as to what the president is saying. She doesn't really think that it has anything to do with illegal immigrants. She said it's more white supremacists. You guys, come on now. The hairdo has been done. My Little Pony era is gone away. She changed the hairstyle up, so maybe her point of view is different. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go.
Joining us now is the person you just heard, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas. She also serves on the House Oversight Committee. She's a busy lady. I want to hear about the stories that you heard when you were on the ground in Los Angeles for this hearing that we just teased, about the stories that immigrants, I imagine some who are not U.S. citizens and some who actually might be U.S. citizens, and what they had to tell you guys.
Yeah, so first of all, we heard the story of a U.S. citizen who was on her way to work. And as she tried to tell them, listen, I'm a U.S. citizen, they would not listen. And she was taken into custody.
Uh-oh, that's your shit.
We also heard about just the conditions, the horrific conditions that human beings are being kept in, the unsanitary conditions. But here's the reality. We went to L.A. I've been to Chicago to hear stories about, how much force is being used when people are being detained. But, I can go right home. And I know the stories of my constituents. I know about a young lady who's only 21 years old and had consistently showed up to her appointments, and she was nabbed at one of those appointments. Her family said, make sure she's got her diabetic medication. They tried to give it to them. They would not take it. Ultimately, 5 days later, when they didn't give her medication, they had to take her to a hospital. They then put her back into custody, and ultimately there were issues with literally, I won't get so graphic, but involving urine and some other things.
Feel free to get graphic.
Well, there were allegations that because they were actually depriving them of water, that they literally were having to drink their own urine. Mm-hmm. This can't be America. Mm-hmm. But obviously in Trump's America, this is exactly what he wants. And the idea that one person can get out of line and commit such a horrific crime as shooting two National Guardsmen that never, ever asked to be here. In fact, we know the young lady that lost her life, specifically, we're saying that this is a waste of time, but now you want to go against every single immigrant. That doesn't make sense. And it's frankly not who we are, because if that's the case, let's talk about the white supremacists and how many of them need to be kicked out of this country, because I can guarantee you, I can track down more crimes that they've committed, because overall immigrants have a lower crime committal rate than white supremacists, but we don't want to talk about that in this country.
The FBI has for years said that homegrown terrorism is actually a much bigger issue than anything from any other country.
All right, y'all. Y'all see I'm being fair. I played both sides of that coin right there. Y'all saw that, right? We're playing both sides of the coin today. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you appreciate the content, we let the Republicans speak, and then we let Jasmine Crockett speak as well. How do you guys feel about that? Someone says Jasmine is a clown. Okay, preach, sis. Somebody's going at Jasmine up there with the Krusty the Clown face. And yeah, you can actually do that if you have a point that you want to make. That's how we do it over here, you guys. Just so you know, I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat, and I'm not an independent. I'm a human being who made this platform for everybody, so that you can come here and say what you want about all of the topics that we put up on the screen. This way we have a fair place and a fair common place to have a conversation at, and possibly as we debate, we can come up with solutions. We just try to ask people to be fair and not try to be a-holes about stuff. If you're just coming in the comments and talking about somebody and just calling them a name, I mean, I can let that go too because I do it too. But try to have a little bit of substance to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got this other situation in that you heard a little bit about, where Trump is now ordering 500 National Guard troops into the D.C. area after the pow-powing. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. If you appreciate the content, let's double tap that screen to get those likes up.
Well, on to this, President Trump is now sending hundreds of more National Guard members to patrol near the White House following that deadly shooting in D.C. earlier this week.
Madeline Rivera joins us live in Washington with the latest. Good morning, Madeline.
Good morning. Despite legal challenges, the president
Giggity, giggity. Come on, Quagmire's daughter, talk to us.
is doubling down on the National Guard deployment in D.C. In fact, we might even see local police be paired with the troops, at least in the short term. The suspect, 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakhanwal, an Afghan national, is facing first-degree murder for the death of 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, as 24-year-old Andrew Wolf fights for his life. The day before this shooting on Wednesday, DHS says another Afghan national was arrested after posting a video of himself on TikTok, indicating he was building a bomb with the intent of targeting the Fort Worth, Texas area. Court records show Mohammed Dawood Alokozei is charged at the state level with making a terroristic threat. According to DHS, he also came to the U.S. as part of Operation Allies Welcome, the same program under which Lakhanwal was admitted to the U.S. On September 7, 2022, Alokozei was admitted as a lawful permanent resident. Are
these guys like sleepers and like getting activated or something like that? Because I'm going to just call it like I see it. Are they like sleepers that are in our country that's being activated to do crazy stuff? Because that's what they are. That's what's happening. Call it what it is, man. If I notice something that's going on like a pattern, I'm calling it out. If I can defend my country in any kind of way, that's what I'm going to do. But y'all saw Quagmire, right? His daughter, giggity, 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 giggity. Her chin is so strong, it has a life of its own. Strong chin. I'm serious, boy. She got that strong chin working out over there. She probably got to put her shirts on like chin first. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because Trump says the Venezuelan airspace should be closed, and he speaks about Maduro and his regime. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. They need to get this guy out of office already. Like, Maduro is like acting up.
Venezuela is condemning President Trump's call to consider the South American country's airspace closed. The Venezuelan Foreign Ministry calling the president's threat a hostile, arbitrary act that does not adhere to basic international law. This comes amid a massive show of U.S. military force in the Caribbean. Let's bring in senior White House correspondent Selena weighing for more on this developing story. Selena, forceful response from the Venezuelan government here. What do we know about the Trump administration's increased pressure in the region?
Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to this latest warning from the president about considering the airspace around Venezuela closed, it's unclear what kind of signal the president is trying to send. But just days ago, Trump said that land operations targeting alleged drug traffickers inside Venezuela could start, quote, very soon. All of this is part of the president's increasing pressure on the Venezuelan government over what Trump says is combating drug traffickers. Since September, the U.S. has launched at least 20 strikes in the Caribbean Sea, killing at least 80 people. But the administration has provided no public evidence that these boats posed an imminent threat or that the people who were killed were actually smuggling drugs. That has prompted serious alarm across Capitol Hill.
Man, I could actually kind of see it on the boat already, though. For real? You can't see that on there? Like, don't that look like they transporting some D-rugs on there? I get what they saying and everything, but come on, those speedboats flying across like that. I'm gonna tell you another thing though that's sad about it. Now, if they're transporting people, that would be bad. You know what I'm saying? Because the hulls be like really different, and they be having people under there too. So now that would be terrible right there. Let's keep on moving forward on the same topic, you guys, because we got more. We got exactly what Donald Trump is basically saying about this situation right here.
Welcome back to the Sunday Briefing. We are very excited now to be joined by California Congressman Darrell Issa. And Congressman Issa, we are going to read together now a post from President Trump. It seems like a big deal. He says, to all airlines, pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers, please consider the airspace above and surrounding Venezuela to be closed in its entirety. Thank you for your attention to this matter. What is going on in Venezuela?
Well, the president has brilliantly fought
a war on drugs with virtually no collateral damage. And once again, he's giving notice that there'll be more action to stem the drugs flowing from this corrupt regime.
And there are various reports where in Caracas, the shelves in the grocery stores are bare. People are freaked out that civilian areas could be targeted. Is that something that people need to be worried about? Civilian areas in some kind of a American military operation?
Peter, what America does best is to target what it intends to target with no real collateral damage. And I have high faith in our military. If that strike occurs, that they will be striking the sources of these drugs, some of which come to the U.S., some of which President Trump, quite frankly, is protecting Europeans from deadly drugs coming to their shores.
All right, I'm going to go there because normally nobody else would and they don't want to tell it, so I'm going to tell it. You know where they're going to strike at? Just remember how Trump gets down. Remember how he gets down. He's going to go directly at the drug dealers. He's going to go directly at the factories and the manufacturing camp, the plants. And he already know where they all at. Trust me, he already know. So all you're going to hear about is doom, 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 boom, 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 and then, yeah, we just took out 9, 15, or whatever. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. That's about it for that. Venezuela, you guys are about to be, you're going to notice, and you're being surrounded. So have you ever played a game called Battleship? Yeah, when you're being surrounded and you know that everybody already got you, or you're playing chess, and you see that you got that one little king like that, and you trying to make that last little move to get out of there, and they're giving you a chance to say, hey, just give up the land, maduro, smash plantano. Maybe you need to just give up the land, my friend. Let's keep on moving forward right now because we got much more to get into. Hope you guys appreciating the content that we're giving you right now. And do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up because now we got some more information coming from your president right now. He's kind of like me. And when you ask him a question, I got to be honest with you, you got to expect certain things that you're going to get from him. Let's keep on moving forward because now we got to get on over to some let's say bipartisan / Republican as well as, matter of fact, we're not going to do that. We got to do is, we have a situation right here. I'm sorry. We have a situation here that I actually believe in, and I never thought that I'd be saying this myself. We don't have enough police on the streets, and that's not just in New York. I would say, I think it's Chicago as well, Los Angeles, all major cities. You know, normally people are like, yo, what are you talking about, Bugatti? Yeah, man. Because when your parents and older people and kids and stuff like that are starting to be affected, all of that gang stuff is out the window, man. It ain't just about rap or whatever like that no more. It's about actually caring about people. So I really have something to say, and I feel strongly about this clip right here where Jeff Van Drew says we made it so I'm going to say the word. We made it so damn hard for a cop to be a cop. Call me out for it, you guys. I'm going to give you as much as I can get on it, but this is just the way that I feel as well.
I will yield myself 5 minutes. Just a few quick questions and a couple thoughts. I agree with you, by the way, Mr. Moore. Right now, we can have another hearing on Epstein. We can have another hearing on January 6th, really trying to talk to people about the people on the street and what they're going through when they live in many of these areas throughout the country. That's what we're supposed to be here for. With that, I'm sorry I have to just digress a tiny second. The Epstein files, just so we all know, Epstein was indicted under President Trump's administration. He was arrested during Trump's administration. Maxwell was indicted during the Trump administration, was arrested during the Trump administration. So let's set the facts straight. Mr. Morrow, I have a question for you, and if you can answer briefly. You know, Democratic Party's changed, and I don't want to get political here, but you're right. I mean, if I understood what you were saying, there used to be a bipartisan agreement, probably back around the 90s, I don't know the exact years, President Clinton, other noted Democrats that really cared, that as Democrats, they might have been different in vision with Republicans on some issues, fiscal and otherwise, but keeping our streets safe for the men and women who live in the country, especially in urban areas. Wasn't that a bipartisan effort? Wasn't that a different kind of Democrat than what we're seeing now?
The tremendous success in New York City relative to driving down crime that began in the 90s began post-Giuliani. Everybody thought it was going to go away. Under Democrat mayor a police commissioner serving under a Democratic mayor. In fact, two, Raymond Kelly and William Bratton.
And Mr. Morrow, thank you for that. And my point is, this is a whole new deal now going on with Democrats. This is a different world. This isn't those Democrats back then. This is Mondami is not Bill Clinton. Is not that type of a Democrat at all. Mondami, in fact, wants to take, I'm sure you heard about it, I'm sure you are upset about it, all misdemeanors. There would be no more misdemeanors. I mean, it's unbelievable. The second issue I wanted to talk about is real.
Again, you can't keep rank if you can't process people. If you're a police officer and they're not even keeping people in for a misdemeanor, why would you even want to be on the force? And why would you want to enforce misdemeanor crimes?
Real quickly, I mean, this sounds like a stupid question, but why are we locking up our toothpaste, our mouthwash, or just common things, cough medicine? I mean, what's going on?
This is a salient question. 327 career perpetrators identified by the New York Times now account for a full 1/3 of all the shoplifting in New York City. That's driving these numbers. The point that I tried to make in my opening statement was that we're not talking about locking up vast numbers of people now to change the dynamic on the street. What we learned from broken windows and where we are right now is if there was some surgical enforcement on people who are identified and we just took those steps, conditions would be greatly improved. These are the kinds of real things that I was hoping we could talk about today.
This is not, if I was the mayor, he would be my police commissioner.
Stuff that affects people because they're paying more for their goods and services because of it. That makes them feel nervous.
And yes, we're talking about New York right now, but Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, Indianapolis, San Francisco, any major city that has like a CVS or Walgreens or anything like that, they're talking about y'all. They're talking about all of us right now. They lock up the toothpaste, but they don't lock up the person that's stealing the toothpaste. You got to call a CO, let me get this toothpaste. You can't, it's crazy.
You don't like it, it shouldn't be that way. Next question. Isn't part of, this, you can cook the books and statistics. We keep hearing about the statistics. Go out in the street. I know Newark well, doctor. I know it well. I, spent plenty of time there going to continuing education courses at Rutgers University. And I'm going to say,
I just wanted you guys to see, and I'm glad that more people on a major level are understanding. We have a very knowledgeable crowd of people that's in the building today, and you guys understand what's going on. We're not stupid. Like he said, they lock up the toothpaste and all of the deodorant. I got to press a button, ding, ding, and wait for the security guy. What do you need? Damn, it's crazy out there. But y'all, let's keep on moving forward. If you guys appreciate the content that you're getting right now, and you want to keep on getting more people over here, because that's what actually gets the show to where we want to get it at. We're that close to 60,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you go ahead and double tap that screen. Let's hit that like button right there. Hit the subscription if you feel like subscribing. Become a member and hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. We're going to start doing the spotlight maybe today at 6 o'clock to be exact. We got to keep on moving forward. I don't know what this one. What is this? What is this one? No, I don't want to do that. No. I don't. And another thing, you guys, I try not to be on a party on the party side. But if it's common sense, that's the side that I go on. Let's go on to this situation right here with Chuck Schumer, because everybody's saying that Nancy Pelosi, not only her, but Chuck Schumer needs to basically kick a rock for a block. And it's time to have some new leadership coming in, you guys. What do you guys think about that? Because, let's get into this.
Democrats are riding some momentum from recent blue state victories. They are pouring money into midterm races as they seek to expand their base. But some in the party say the problem is at the top.
Chuck Schumer's generation, Nancy Pelosi's generation, John Lewis's generation, they have so much to be proud of. It is time, though, for new leadership.
Do you think the Senate Democrats need a new leader?
Yes, I do.
You see, Chuck messed up when he opened government back up and they didn't really get nothing. They don't feel like they got anything. So now, someone has to take the arrows for that.
But that's not in my hands, so that's up to them.
One of the first things I said I will do is vote against Senator Schumer.
Right, that's Seth Moulton there at the end. He is planning a Senate contest due against Ed Markey in Massachusetts, yet another of the older generation, so you say. Former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Karl Rove, also a Fox News contributor. Thank you so much for joining us to talk a little politics on this. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Your thoughts on this younger generation of Democrats looking to essentially push out the old guard, and will Chuck Schumer be part of the guard that's pushed out?
Definitely. Yeah, he's leaving.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
Well, I think there are two things going on here. One is the generational change that is alluded to by Seth Moulton and Cory Booker, and this is natural. I mean, this always happens. The younger crowd wants more responsibility, and if you have these older members of the Senate and the House, they draw younger competitors who want to start their political careers. But that's normal. But what is not normal is the effort by some on the left of the Democratic Party to go after Chuck Schumer on ideological grounds and to deliberately oppose the choice of the so-called Democratic establishment in some of these primaries. Senators, a number of senators led by Elizabeth Warren and Van Hollen of Maryland and Murphy of Connecticut.
You got to remember, Chuck still got some power, and Chuck is still a leader, so Chuck bring in that dough. So if you get rid of him, who you going to have to go get it? Mamdani might be able to get him to go get it, you know. And again, I've got no skin in the game.
Have organized a group they call the Fight Club, and they're aiming to nominate the most left-wing member of the primary contest in critical states like Michigan and Minnesota and Maine. And if they do so, the beneficiaries will be the Republican candidates, because these are battleground states. These are going to be battleground races, and the notion that the more the extreme left-wing candidate you can nominate is going to have a better chance of carrying those seats is ridiculous.
Yeah, the Fight Club's a great one to bring up. There's this headline from The Hill, a headline, quote, "Their message is clear. If Democrats want energy, vision, and a real shot at regaining the Senate majority, the party can't keep relying on yesterday's playbook." And maybe that's the real question. At a moment when young voters are disengaging with the Democratic Party, trust is low, the stakes can be higher. Is it time to let new leaders take the wheel?
This is true. I think that's the reason why Mamdani was able to come in and take over so much of the vote, because of young voters. I also do believe that Nancy Pelosi has ran her course. I mean, she's in pictures with JFK. I mean, for real, it's time to, you got to know when to hold them. It's time to go, Nancy. And we're glad that you're actually leaving. And then when it came down to all of the corruption, I didn't really actually think that was cool either, allegedly. Let's keep on moving forward.
In politics, when this many people start clearing their throat at the same time, someone in leadership should probably start listening.
No, in business, when everybody starts clearing their throat at the same time, that means that you should start listening. When people like, yeah, maybe you need to start listening, because, yeah. Check this out, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward. I hope you guys are appreciating all the news that we're getting out today. We're trying to make sure you guys are locked and loaded. We're doing all of our follow-ups, all of our current events, and trending topics. All we ask you guys to do is go ahead and get those likes up to make sure the ends justify the means. We don't try to hit your pockets too much, because we know it's hard out here for a pimp. And we ain't trying to hit your pockets too much. We got that Bustelo in the kitchen, so I'm good. Got a little bit of tea in there, so I'll be all right. So don't worry about that. But we would appreciate the likes, because that gets more people over here. YouTube sends out a notification, and basically people are like, what is that? They hit it, then you go to the comments and you see people like, what's going on over here? And I'll take it from there. Let me just keep on doing what I do, stacking this deck and getting this content out. You guys continue doing what y'all do. Mark Kelly, he says Trump migrant crackdown on people are coming in full. Check this out. He's already done a lot when it comes down to speaking and telling telling soldiers what to do. I think Mark Kelly probably need to keep his mouth shut for a second. Let's keep on going over to this and let's go.
Welcome back, and joining me now is Democratic Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona. Senator Kelly, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Good to be on. Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you back after a really significant week, and I do want to start with the National Guard shooting. You, of course, served in uniform. You know firsthand the impact, the devastation of gun violence. You just heard Secretary Noem defend President Trump's decision to, quote, permanently pause migration from all third world countries. What is your response to how President Trump is handling this?
Well, let me start by saying what happened to the two guardsmen, Andrew Wolf, Sarah Beckstrom, horrific, and it shouldn't happen. and I'm praying for him and for her family. This is a horrible, horrible thing, and there needs to be an investigation and accountability. But when I heard the secretary say that they're going to pause immigration from third world countries, I mean, I take that as a message that they don't want brown people coming to the United States.
And you defending brown people, looking like Professor Xavier? Get the hell out of here all of a sudden. Who been prepping you, man? I'm just being honest right now. I'm tired of people trying to jump on the bandwagon. We ain't got no more room. Get the hell off the bandwagon, all right? He talking about brown people. I'm brown. You talking about me? What other color you talking about? And then you're going to have her over there pom-pomming and jumping around with them too. Not going for that. Let's keep it on merits and whatever we're talking about here. You could have just made a stronger point and said, hey, last week I said something where, and you said something that may have made a point. Well, I don't think that they should have been deployed and went over there. You could have stayed on that topic right there. Don't try to jump out the window acting like you care about black people. Man, you don't know nothing about no black people. Man, listen. Or brown people. Let me get that right. Brown people trying to blend in. Get the hell out of here.
And I find that disturbing.
I find it
we
disturbing
are a country
too.
that has always welcomed individuals
disturbing.
that are struggling,
Hell
that are
outta here.
fleeing famine and violence. And it would be a fundamental change to the fabric of our nation to change that.
You say you think.
Man, get the hell out of here. You a good actor. And the Academy Award for acting like he gives a fuck goes to Mark Kelly. He mentioned brown people. Get out of here. Say a rap song. Bust a rhyme. Anyone. Yeah, okay. You like black folk? How about saying anything in Spanish besides tortilla or burrito? All right, now, come on. Stop playing with me, man. Let's get on. I want you guys to see this other clip right here real quick, because this fool over here went to Dubai. She went to Dubai and had the nerve to have some hunter, I can feel it, in her room. And the police came and got her. She got sentenced to 25 years to life. That's not even the worst part of it. The jail that she went to is known for the R word by the prisoners as what? Man, listen, sometimes it is not that serious. Check this out, you guys. This story right here will knock your socks off. I know her mother feeling for her. It bothers me so much, I don't even like hearing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even like hearing this story, because I don't even know what's going on with her right now. How long she been in there, if it already happened. Just check this out. Check this out, you guys. Check the story out right here. We got this law student that's been given 25 years in a sentence in Dubai for drug charges.
A glamorous law student from England was visiting Dubai when she was caught up in a drug bust and sent to a notorious prison, where she'll be spending the next 25 years. Mia O'Brien, a Liverpool University law student from the small town of Huyton, was reportedly nabbed with a stash of cocaine in October, and has since been held in Dubai's infamous Central Prison, which is known for its inhumane conditions, overcrowded cells, and brutal guards. After pleading not guilty to the drug charges, a judge convicted the blonde wannabe lawyer during a one-day hearing in July. According to her mother, Danielle McKenna, the trial was all in Arabic, and Mia was told of the sentence later by her lawyer. She says her daughter was fined $136,000 and given a life sentence for her crime, which in her case means she will have to serve 25 years in the terrifying facility, where sharing a cell with 6 other inmates will be the least of her problems. According to a report from Human Rights Watch last year, rape is an everyday occurrence at the lockup, where both guards and inmates engage in violent assaults. One British man who was arrested in 2013 and locked up for a year in the notorious prison has referred to the jail as the Alcatraz of Dubai. According to her mother, O'Brien was put behind bars after she was caught with 50 grams or $3,400 worth of the drug at an apartment in Dubai. Her mother told the Daily Mail that she just made a stupid mistake and is now going through a living hell. I was just so shocked and heartbroken, as she's never done anything like that. She's never been in trouble and is not a drug taker. I don't know what has happened, but she's old enough to make her own mind up. I definitely don't think she was going to sell the drugs or bring them back. It's a lot of drugs, but there are others involved and she has just been caught up in it, her mother said. In hopes of getting her daughter released, McKenna set up a GoFundMe page to support the piling legal fees, but it was shut down by the website for violating its terms. O'Brien's mother has now resorted to sharing her bank details on Facebook to raise money, telling the Daily Mail that she believes her daughter is innocent and has been the victim of a miscarriage of justice. O'Brien is due to appeal her life sentence in the coming weeks. We were all shocked by the sentence she was given, but Mia is being really brave about it, but she really misses her 2 young brothers, who are aged just 5 and 7. She just wants to come home. I want her home too.
She wasn't thinking about that when she was sniffing that blow out there in Dubai, showing off them pouty mouth lips and her fake butt job. Whoever you got that from, they probably told on her. That's what happened. You can't have none of that stuff out in no Dubai. People over here talking about Brittany Griner got caught for a vape pen, and then people up in there talking about, yeah, somebody they having fun with her. What, I'm telling you, y'all do me a favor. Nobody else giving no content like this. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let's hit the 3 dots right there. That gets the likes up to let more people get over here and see what's going on. Information like this, I mean, she already probably heard about the Brittany Griner thing, but then again, she from the UK. More people need to know about stuff like this because that was stupid right there. And 25 years to life, she gonna be in there for a while. And they said every day the R word is an occurrence. What y'all got for me on this? Seems like you do the crime, you do the time, done. How come everyone that gets caught are good people? Yeah, exactly. She's the, you said it. Who said that right there? Yeah, Jay Cricket, she'll be a star there for sure. Damn, yes she will. She sure will be a star up in there. Got her little pouty lips and a little butt job. They see her and they're like, They're like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you do the crime, you do the time, and you're gonna feel the pain. There you go. We got to keep on moving forward now because Tom Homan issues a bad warning about the biggest national security failure that basically is going on right now. I want you guys to see somebody that we haven't heard from in a long time. Haven't heard from him in a couple of weeks, actually. Your uncle, Tom Homan. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. On Maria Bartiromo.
Joining me now in this Sunday Morning Futures exclusive, as White House reporters are, Tom Homan. Tom, thank you so much for being here. We are a nation that is grieving right now after the Thanksgiving holiday for Sarah Beckstrom and waiting to hear as Andrew Wolf clings to life. Your message right now to the service men and women of this country, the law enforcement officers that you work with as well, and their families as they continue to try to do their jobs to keep the country safe, but at such a great risk.
Well, first of all, prayers to the guardsmen, the one fallen, the one fighting for his life every day. And the nation needs to wrap their arms around these men and women who chose, who volunteered to put themselves in harm's way to make this country safe again. Every ICE agent, Border Patrol agent, guardsmen, they weren't drafted. They agreed. They stepped up to make this country safe again and put a gun on their hip and they wear a Kevlar vest every day to make this country safe again under the greatest president in my lifetime, Donald Trump. So hats off to them. I don't care what political party you're from, left, right, middle, independent, doesn't matter. Every one of these people are American patriots by the fact they put themselves in harm's way to protect people they'll never meet and protecting people they don't know. They're doing God's work out there every day.
And I want to read some words from Sarah's father, Gary Beckstrom. He posted this to Facebook on Thursday. My baby girl has passed to glory. If I don't talk to you, don't be offended. This has been a horrible tragedy, and there are no words to describe what has happened. You've been fighting the fight of an open border. You have shut that border down. There's also this aspect of botched foreign policy from the Biden administration. How do we move forward as a nation to make sure we can keep our country safe?
Well, first of all, I want people to know that throughout my career, I buried Border Patrol agents, I buried ICE agents, the worst job in the world, to hand that folded flag to a surviving family member. And we've done it too many times. President Trump has saved America. Let's be clear. When he came in office, he gave us the most secure border in the history of this nation. Never been more secure. So now we know who's coming. Now we clear who's coming. We don't have 10,000 up to 12,000 people a day enter this country illegally. We had 10.5 million illegal aliens come to the border under Joe Biden. And that's not counting the hundreds of thousands that came through the CHMB program, the CBP-1 app. It's not counting the over 2 million known gotaways. Now, at least these Afghanistans, the other people came in through a pro program, at least we have a photograph, we have some fingerprints. We will never get the records to actually know who they are because many of these countries like Afghanistan don't have databases like we have. So it's hard to vet anybody. But the 2 million known gotaways, we don't even know who the hell they are, where they came from, why they're here.
And everybody on both sides, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I understand what you're saying, Tom, but I keep on telling you guys, I love my mother. That was my queen. But sometimes mommy was wrong. Mommy was wrong. Yeah, after a while you go to school, you start getting up and you realize mommy made a mistake about 1 or 2 things. That means she's not perfect. So I'm going to call it as I see it. Yo, Tom, so with that $50,000, bro, everybody's asking the question. Could you say something about the $50,000 that they're saying that you took in a brown bag that nobody's talking about? I even have that question too. Republicans, don't get mad at me. Halfway, don't get mad at me. Independents, don't get mad. Democrats, don't get mad at me. That's why we rock over here. We're supposed to be able to ask questions like that. If you run away, probably not the type of person that needs to be over here anyway. You're supposed to be able to ask questions like that. Y'all can ask me a question. Y'all can make fun about my big head all the time, making jokes and stuff like that. How about that? So I can ask a real question too, especially if more than 7 people in the comments are talking about it. I have the respect of everybody in there. They listening to me, so why can't I ask it? I can't say what they're asking me to say as well. That's right, and it's a fair question. Now we're gonna keep on moving forward. Lick your wound and keep it moving. Let's keep on going, y'all. That's what we're here for, to debate. What do you guys think about the question? How about that? What you guys think about it? Well, he don't have to say nothing about it. Or it's BS. Talk about it. Let's debate in the comments. What's going on with it? Talk about it. Let's see. Okay, let's get on over to Trump. As he was asked if he stands by the claim of calling Tim Walz retarded. Man, that's the era that I come from. Call me what you want. Y'all, I don't know, y'all can be mad at me all you want, but I still say those words too. I'm sorry, I do. Especially when I'm around my friends that don't take it personal.
Other than that, in that same post you mentioned Tim Walz, and you called him what many Americans do find an offensive word, retarded. Do you stand by that claim of calling Tim Walz retarded?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with him. Absolutely, sure.
You don't think
you have a problem with him? You know what? I think there's something wrong with him. Anybody that would do what he did, anybody that would allow those people into a state and pay billions of dollars out to Somalia. We give billions of dollars to Somalia. It's not even a country because it doesn't function like a country. It's got a name, but it doesn't function like a country. Yeah, there's something wrong with Walz.
Mr. President, you said
that.
Yeah, I'm talking about the dude don't pull no punches. No matter what you say, like him or hate him, dude don't be pulling no punches. You can do a whole bunch of, you can do like a 5-minute skit with just the stuff that he be saying. I'm gonna blow. Yeah, I think he's retarded. All types of crazy stuff. I wouldn't repeat it because you guys are going to take it personal, but yeah. All right, let's get on over to the northern UK. And why is Prince Andrew still in line for the throne after losing all of his royal titles? Let's get into some of our headings now. Let's get to work, you guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor may no longer be a prince, but he still has a shot at becoming king. Despite King Charles III stripping his younger brother of his royal titles last month, the former Prince Andrew remains in the formal line of succession for the British monarchy. According to the royal family's official website November 26th, Buckingham Palace has updated Andrew's name to reflect the loss of his style, titles, and honors, but still lists the 65-year-old as 8th in line to the throne, right behind Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet.
I mean, he would have to live until he's about 217 to be the king. But yeah, he's in line, 8th.
With the website explaining, The succession to the throne is regulated not only through descent, but also by parliamentary statute. The order of succession is the sequence of members of the royal family in the order in which they stand in line to the throne. And formally removing Andrew from that lineup would be a rather lengthy process.
A lot of work.
According to UK law, the change would require an act of parliament as well as approval from the 14 Commonwealth realms. So it appears for now the British government seems content with the dubbed royal exile of Andrew.
Anybody wants to look into this story for truth or search, this is something that I located on E! News. Check it out, you guys. People in the comments is talking about, oh, what do I just do? Search all yes, I do. I search all types of content, and it's up to you and me to research it. I search it and research it, and then also I put a little bit of videos behind it to try to research as much as I can possibly do within the time frame that I can. Yes, that's how we get down over here. Thanks for asking. Keep on moving forward.
Following the news of his alleged ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, with the BBC reporting last month that Prime Minister Keir Starmer, quote, has no plans to introduce a law to
Timogen said, yeah, 8th in line after some kids, and he's about 100 already. Yeah, Timogen, he definitely got a chance, right?
Change the line of succession.
So just so you guys know, that is the root of the entire story. We can go check and see if that's true. Okay, don't worry about the platform that it's on. Go check and see if it's true. The root of the story is, man, you're going to have to be about 270 before you get a chance to be the king. Let's keep on moving forward over to New York. It's a New York story. Part of a New York Epstein victim breaks her silence and talks about how she met him and the age and the process which Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein takes them through. Check this out, you guys. Let's get it down. Let's go break down the silence on this situation right here. And yes, sometimes we go a couple of months back. It doesn't matter when you're getting the victims' accounts and they're the ones that's talking about it. Let's go.
Her statements to the FBI are credited with helping to put Jeffrey Epstein behind bars. Marina Lacerda details years of abuse at the hands of Epstein, starting right after she turned 14. Now 37, she talks about her ongoing trauma and why she is imploring lawmakers to make all the Epstein files public.
Until now, Marina Lacerda was known publicly only as minor victim number 1 in 2019 court documents. But now she's speaking out for the first time about her experience at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Her cooperation with the FBI was key to putting the sex offender behind bars. She says she was just 14 years old and living in a broken home in New York City when a friend brought her to meet Epstein to give him a massage.
I think with Jeffrey Epstein, it starts somewhere, but then it ends with either you having sex with him, whether you like it or not.
She became a part of a network of young girls in Astoria, Queens, recruited to be with Epstein, similar to what prosecutors say he did in Palm Beach, Florida.
When he has somebody new in his life, he likes to see them a lot. So I went there a whole bunch of times, and, you know, it led to, unfortunately, he forced me to have sex with him, basically.
Lacerda said she was paid thousands.
Now we got this person in the comments that's saying that she was complicit inside of it. It's very hard for me because they're gonna start talking about, you know, monetary that she was paid. They're gonna be talking about places that she was at and stuff that she was doing. But can we say that that was also under the influence of her age and her being around the wrong people and being influenced by the wrong people, and her probably not having her parents and monetary and stuff like that that could keep her on the right road? I don't know.
Of dollars, and that as a young immigrant from Brazil, she says she believed being associated with a financier could lead to better opportunities.
Exactly.
It never happened, obviously.
See?
You know, because it came to a
she's
point when
kid.
I was, I'd say 16 and a half or 17. He didn't want me anymore. He was just like, you're too old.
He said that?
He's like, you're too old. I don't want you anymore.
Epstein was arrested in 2019 and charged with conspiracy and child sex trafficking, but died by suicide a month later while in custody awaiting trial.
To your knowledge, you never came across other adults who may have thought, it's really strange that there's this 14-year-old girl here.
We had the secretary, right, that would give me money if I needed. At times I would pass by his office. His driver, or I guess his bodyguard, I don't know who he was, he delivered furniture to the house. The maids sometimes would be there. I would be hanging out in the kitchen.
In 2008, during the FBI's first investigation of Epstein, agents arrived at her door.
And she looked like she was wearing clothes, a little like jewelry and stuff like that to make her look a little older in that picture.
I mean, with, roommates.
But again, she was only 14 years old.
That were like around my age, 17, 18 at the time. And I was like, well, I have to call Jeffrey. What am I going to do?
Lacerda says that she called Epstein, who hired an attorney for her, and she never heard anything further about the case. It was in 2019 that the FBI spoke to Lacerda again, and this time her statements to the FBI helped them build a case against Epstein.
I'm not blaming no victim, Kathy.
Relief, some pride that there was this direct line in ultimately him getting arrested?
I would have felt much better today speaking if I was able to speak in 2008. If they would have gave me the chance to speak, these women would not have been through this.
Now a mother, Lacerda says in the days before traveling to Capitol Hill, she pushed herself to share her story with her own daughter, hoping to set an example for the next generation.
I did tell her, and that was tough. But she's so little and so naive. She's like, she's like, Mom, you're such a badass.
As the political debate over the release of more files related to Epstein rages on Capitol Hill, Lacerda is hoping transparency can help her remember the details she's forgotten and finally begin to recover from the trauma.
What would you like Congress to do?
I would like for them to give all the victims transparency to what happened and release these files. It's also not only for the victims, but for the American people.
What about the money? Did you know that Epstein was not only donating money to different parties and different people, but he was actually handling people's money? That's pretty creepy right there. Let's try to see if we can go ahead and, I don't know, zoom in a little bit as much as we can. I want you guys to see this clip right here that I thought was very interesting and, yeah, very informative. Take whatever information out of it that you like. Let's check this out real quick.
Let's have a look at what the Epstein files say about Bernie Sanders. It's kind of crazy because this is an inside look into what the elites are saying about everything. There's really like personal conversations that we would never have gotten to see otherwise. Important context is that Jeffrey Epstein was a known consultant for other rich guys to help them pay as little taxes as possible.
I've known that about him. I've done the research and the homework on him. That's what he was doing at Bear Stearns, finding ways to make billionaires not have to pay so much monetary. That's definitely true right there.
First mention is the Bezos Act. It's an acronym. Stop Bad Employers by Zeroing Out Subsidies Act. Basically, if a large employer like Amazon that has huge profits is hiring people who rely on federal assistance, this act taxes the employers the amount employees receive in federal benefits. So it stops major corporations from relying on the government to subsidize their payroll. Interesting that the rich dudes in the Virgin Islands were clocking this. And he had a lot of emails back and forth with Larry Summers, who was an economic advisor to President Obama and largely credited for the more neoliberal, conservative economic policies. Obama ran as a populist, and people think that inner circle folks like Larry Summers are those who swayed him. And if you read Larry Summers' writings, that becomes like pretty obvious pretty quickly. This email subject that he forwarded to Jeffrey is a tax loophole just for Jeffrey Epstein. And then there's a video of Bernie Sanders.
Jeffrey Epstein was so powerful. They made a tax loophole just for him.
On the floor of the Senate saying this.
Buried in this legislation on page 503, section 14504, is a paragraph entitled, quote, modification to source rules involving possessions, end of quote. Now, what does that mean? It means that, as best we can understand, if you are a hedge fund manager who is a resident of the Virgin Islands, you will be able to get a major tax break on capital gains and a 90% reduction in tax liability on your income.
This is really interesting to me. They spoke about the practices within the DNC that were unfair to the Bernie Sanders campaign. This is something people in, progressive politics talk about a lot. You never really hear big figures in the media talking about this, in establishment media. So it's really interesting to me that they're talking about that whole ordeal in 2016 in their emails. And so, yeah.
They made a law for this dude. Like, that was a lot of power right there. That goes to show you how powerful was Jeffrey Epstein. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Get on back over to the UK. Embarrassment to Britain's Andrew Windsor. Now his Navy title is possibly going to be stripped. Let's go ahead, y'all. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Appreciate if you guys, if you appreciate the show, let your boy know that by double tapping the screen. If you have not already become a member or subscribed to the channel, perfect time to do that. Also, hit that notification bell up there, right there. No, I'm sorry, notification bell down there to let people know when you're on, and get those likes up. Get some more people over here. We getting into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's get it.
I thought, speaking of, that he was going to be stripped of being a Vice Admiral in the Royal Navy. The government said they were going to do it, but nothing seems to be moving.
You know, it's really not surprising that this is a government responsibility to strip him of this title, because the government is useless at everything. It takes ages to do anything. The king has acted pretty swiftly. He's stripped Andrew of his titles, kicked him out of the castle and so on, but the government is dragging its feet. People in this country want the Andrew crisis resolved because he is an embarrassment to the royal family and he's an embarrassment to Britain.
Yeah, no, Brendan O'Neill, you're absolutely spot on. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
All right, y'all. That's it. That's what we got on Andrew. We're going to see if they're going to strip him of his titles and what's going to happen with that. Let's keep on moving through the show now. We got to get on over to Miami, where we got a person that lost their lives and 3 people are hospitalized after a multi-vehicle attack near MIA, the airport.
Yes News Miami.
Tonight, 1 person is dead and 3 others are in the hospital after a car crashed just south of Miami International Airport. Officials say it happened late Friday night. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna McAllister. Chelsea Jones has the night off. We want to get right out to CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero. She joins us near the scene with the latest on the investigation into the crash.
We're here on Perimeter Road and Northwest 57th Avenue, and just down the road from us late Friday night, 3 cars collided on this very dark road, sending 4 people to the hospital. One of those people would later die after arriving. MDSO says the collision happened near Northwest 62nd Avenue on Northwest 12th Street, also known as Perimeter Road. The call came in just before 11:15 Friday night. Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office deputies arrived and found 3 cars were involved in this crash. 1 car laying on its side along the road, thrown by the impact of the crash. Another car missing its rear end and its passenger side completely smashed in. Hospital officials say one of the drivers involved in the crash died after being transported for their injuries. According to the sheriff's office, the 3 people who remain in the hospital today are stable. As for the person who died, they have yet to release their identity. MDSO's traffic homicide unit is investigating, trying to determine what caused this crash.
I know it looks very dark over there. I don't know about y'all, but all I see is darkness. And if it was at nighttime, it must have been probably something that had to do with the darkness, and they probably missed the turn. I want to pray for the person that lost their lives in this very tragic event, and also some very speedy recovery for the people that were hurt in this, as well as the family members who are affected by this tragic event. And thank you for all of the first responders who were able to get there on time to save these people's lives. Amen, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward right now because we got an exclusive video, and I'm glad you guys waited, because now those who waited, it's payoff time. Remember the Dine and Dasher? The lady that kept on going into Peter Luger's, all these high-end restaurants and taking pictures, standing there for 5.5 hours, taking pictures of people's food. Yeah, guess what? Exclusive video. The accused Dine and Dasher is also, she owes $40,000 in back rent. Oh, let's get on over to it, you guys. She lives in a pretty nice condo, and guess what? I think she got to leave by today. Today's the day she's supposed to be getting evicted.
We broke the story about a woman who has been dining and dashing her way through the neighborhood, racking up hundreds of dollars in unpaid meals. Well, we find out that she's also been skipping out on rent. News 12 Shakti Dennis joining us with the shocking details and exclusive video.
You can catch her whining and dining at the top restaurants in Williamsburg, but most of them say she gets away without paying. 34-year-old Pei Chung was arrested at least 7 times for refusing to pay expensive meals at more than a dozen high-end restaurants in Williamsburg.
After we broke the story on Friday, we found out that she's not only defrauding restaurants, she's also hasn't paid rent here for over a year, and now she's being evicted.
Housing court documents show that Chung owes more than $40,000 in
Fake
back
ballin'.
rent. She has lived in this luxury building on Kent Avenue since July 2021. Her rent is currently $3,350.
That's a lot of rent right there. And I know if you're living in a skyrise like that, I'm surprised they let her get away that long. But guess why? She was paying it on time previously. But I guess now when the lease was coming up, she said, you know what? I ain't paying that ish.
Documents show that she was paying rent fairly consistently until early 2023, when she started being late and defaulting. Her lease expired in August of last year. She hasn't paid rent since.
When I moved in, there was an overdue rent notice on her door.
Many of her neighbors told me they've complained multiple times, saying she plays loud music, has angry outbursts, and disturbs the floor.
It was like 10 or 11 at night, and I was asleep, and she threw a Roomba vacuum out of her door, and she opens her door and throws the phone out into the hallway.
They say police are called regularly.
There's periods where they come once a week.
I knocked on Chung's door, but no answer. She has until December 1st to move out.
She threw the Roomba out the door like, that damn thing is not working. She probably was on the phone with the people. I need you guys to, what's going on with the Roomba? It's not working. Threw the damn Roomba out and the phone. Talking about throwing the baby out with the bathwater, y'all. That's crazy right there. She has loud outbursts and she has loud parties and she goes crazy. What do you expect from a serial dine and dasher? All she does is goes to restaurants and do that fake balling. I mean, maybe she had a good job at one point, but maybe she fell off. I don't know. The craziest thing is that people who do the worst thing get the best opportunities. I believe she will be able to get another place with no problem. You know that? You know that you might be right about that, right? She's going to go right up to another high rise and probably do the same thing somewhere else, keep on going to all these stores and not get in no trouble for it, especially when you're in New York. You get away with stuff like that. Hey, what you guys think about that story? That's pretty crazy. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's get more people over here because it ain't over. It ain't over. I told you guys, for the people that waited, it ain't over. And thank you so much, Miss Wanza 1872 for the $9.99 super chat. Everybody, thank Miss Wanza for the $9.99. I ain't turning nothing down. About to go get me some Starbucks with that. I'm just kidding, you guys, but thank you so much, Miss Wanza. We got some more content for you guys right now. Well, I don't know how you guys feel about this story. How would you like to see a Karen actually get her payday? A Karen actually get hers. Okay, we got a video right here where a Karen starts a fight in a parking lot with Jawaka Tima and Shanae. I don't know why she want to start a fight with Jawaka Tima and Shanae. I think she must have been on some ice. But yeah, she decided to put her hands up and she says, let's fight then. And then when she catches a nice shiner, she plays the victim. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because yeah, we got it right here, exclusive one for you. Another one. I don't know what came over her, but this Karen right here decided to call 2 girls up, and she wanted to fight. Let's get into it, you guys. Let me turn it all the way up. Make sure we got it from the beginning. Let's go.
I'm not, right.
I ain't touching you, girl. What do I look like touching you? You white. What the f I look like? I'm black.
You're a great mom.
Yeah, you are too.
Do you want me to put her down?
Yep.
So Karen threatens to fight a woman, then plays the victim. So as you can see, they're going back and forth. And the Karen looks at her boyfriend or somebody and said, "You want me to put her down? Like, you want me to put her down?" She's threatening. She said, "You want me to put her down?"
Yeah, put me down. Put me down. Tell him. Tell her. You put me down. Look at her teeth. She do good coke. Mm-hmm. She do good drugs. Yeah. What you need? Obviously. You need an 8-ball or something?
Do you talk a lot? Do you actually know how to fight? Or
I do. You want to fight?
I'm right here. I'm waiting.
I'm right here too.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Touch me. Put your hands up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
You got exactly what you was looking for nothing. And do you see any dent in this lady door?
22 people. Where?
Down.
See it.
No. Where? Okay. Karen. She's a Karen.
She's not a Karen.
She's a Karen.
Go.
She's a Karen. The girl's crazy. Something wrong with her.
Yeah, I reported her. Just go.
Something wrong.
The before is the after looks much different than before. If you guys can look around the oracle area of the Karen now, she also has the what you call it, the librarian bun, trying to show more of the effect of the black and bluish that she now has on her eye, which we call a shiner. Look at somebody said, "Bow, stay in your place. Bow, stay in your place." I told you the show was going to get better. Y'all ain't believe me. Everybody that left, they called it, y'all. That's on them.
That girl's crazy. Something wrong with her.
Yeah, I reported her. Just go.
Something wrong with her ass. She's crazy.
Let the cops take care of it.
Where's y'all car at? Right here?
Now she want to call police.
Right here. Ain't nothing wrong with her car.
She got a
All
black
this could have
eye.
been prevented for what?
First, she took him off to fight me. Why are mine still on?
Now she's a victim. Now she's the victim.
You smacked her phone out her hand.
Now you're the victim. Now you're the victim after you knocked my phone out of my hand.
It's the last.
Woo, boy. Bow. Stay in your place. Bow. She's like that. Her joint was red. She had the red monkey kung fu eyeball. Oh my God, we gotta keep on moving forward. What I got for you guys over here? We got a follow-up story to more than a dozen people that were arrested during this ICE protest in Chinatown yesterday, you guys. I told y'all we had a good show today. Y'all ain't want to believe me. Y'all better start listening when I tell you. We got a good one today.
Good evening, I'm Joe Torres. Tanya has the night off. We begin with more than a dozen people arrested during an anti-ICE demonstration.
Got him. Watch your head. Got him, y'all. Messing around with ICE.
In Lower Manhattan. It all started on 209 Center Street in Chinatown this afternoon. According to the NYPD, protesters blocked streets and building exits. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo has the story.
Crowds of protesters showed up looking to disrupt a convoy of federal immigration vehicles from parading through Lower Manhattan. But they ended up in a standoff with the NYPD.
Is your neighbor your enemy?
Whose cops were called to stop protesters from blocking federal agents exiting a garage on Center Street. The NYPD says when they did not disperse and some started throwing debris, its officers started making arrests, 15 of them, an action condemned tonight by the New York Immigration Coalition.
There's a report right now that we're
check their papers too.
Following up on an older gentleman and his daughter who were arrested, who had nothing to do with anything and were just walking. So this is a moment for all of us to ask the question of, does the NYPD protect New York City residents, or is it going to continue to harm them?
Come on, man. Now all of a sudden you trying to turn it into the walking. You was just walking? Yeah, okay. Let me see the video. Oh, we were just walking. Just walking? Come on, man. Walking and getting up in somebody's face and causing a ruckus, and all of a sudden you get the what happened? Papi, I don't do nothing. No, papi, everything okay. Coge suave. No. Take out the cough. No, necesito, papi, it's okay. And then necesito, next thing you're getting is this. Yeah. keep your mouth shut, mind your business, and really keep on walking, getting in people's business. And also all of that fireworks and stuff like that. I'm being serious now. Fireworks, M80s, all of that, and you're trying to weaponize them against those people, and you expecting them not to do nothing back. I'm just glad that they're not doing that. Because back at, what were we looking at a couple of weeks ago? I think we were in a certain location, maybe Los Angeles or something like that. I forgot where it was, Chicago, where they were throwing like M80s at the ICE agents and stuff. We ain't getting down with nothing like that. Come on now, talking about peaceful protests. Come on, kumbaya, stop it, peaceful. Let's get back to that, talking and marching. No, none of the fisticuffs and going back and forth, because if you don't start the force, there should not be anything back to be engaged. Yes, you should be able to say whatever you feel like you want to say, and you should be able to peaceful protest. I do believe in that. But when you're getting all up in their face, pushing back, and all of this, trying to block vehicles and stuff, you're going to get locked up. And they might not let you out. Keep on moving forward, y'all, because this is a very important story. I care about you, and I want you guys to know this is going to be our Health Watch segment / breaking news, and it's very important. Probably the most important story of the whole day. Yes, a growing number of young people are getting colon cancer, and here's what we need to know. I'm talking about young people. Check this out, you guys. Take care of your kids. I want you guys to really see stuff like this, what's going on. And there's no time now. There's no such thing as just too early to go check on colon and check your colon. No age. Check this out. Real important story for everybody. Bipartisan. No party on this one.
Let's talk about poop. It might be uncomfortable, but it could save your life.
It's not really like a very comfortable topic of conversation.
The number of young people being diagnosed with cancer is on the rise.
Now you remember Chadwick Boseman? That's the guy from the man from Black Panther. He died of colon cancer. The Black Panther.
And that includes colon cancer, which many people associate with old age, but not anymore, says Dr. Andrea Sursick, head of the colorectal section at Memorial Sloan Kettering.
Normally for colon cancer patients, they were in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, and then all of a sudden we were seeing this influx of young adults.
I never thought that I would have cancer because I was like just young, 26 years old, and it was heartbreaking.
An estimated 154,000 people in the U.S. will be diagnosed with colon and rectal cancer in 2025, according to the American Cancer Society. 1 in 5 are young, under the age of 55. Imtiaz Hossein is one of them. He never thought colon cancer would affect him, especially at such a young age.
The first time I got my bleeding, I should have gone to colonoscopy because I ignored it. I started bleeding 7 months prior to I got diagnosis.
Yeah, so don't feel ashamed about it, you guys. If you feel bleeding or anything like that, take yourself to the doctor because it's prevalent now and it's happening. And it's not because of anything that you're doing. It's a lot of byproducts, a lot of stuff that we're eating and things like that. Let's keep on going deeper into the story.
Katie Stanley was a young new mother when she started noticing changes in her body. For a few years, her symptoms were passed off as related to having children.
At that time, I was having so many issues. All I needed was an answer. And I feel like I was just getting kind of brushed off as it being something else.
While there has been a consistent increase in the rise of colon cancer cases amongst young people, doctors are still researching why.
We are seeing younger and younger patients, even teenagers, which we previously didn't see, that don't have any family history or any hereditary or genetic predisposition.
Teenagers, colon cancer.
Developing these seemingly random colon cancers.
While many factors have been associated with the rise in cancer diagnoses, the exact reason still needs more research, Sursick says.
We think it's likely what we call sort of environmental factors or a combination of environmental factors, change in our lifestyle, our diets, what we're ingesting in addition to kind of processed foods, high sugar, antibiotics, exposure to certain things like microplastics,
The bacterial environment of our gut or microbiome could also be a factor, she says. But in reality,
it's probably a combination of those or some type of interplay of all of those factors that's leading to this. But what exactly it is, we don't know.
There are a few similarities that have emerged from the latest research.
There are some similarities in that more of the tumors are located on what's called the left side of the large intestines.
And why is that notable?
Like the typical risk factors that we think about, a Western diet, high in fats, have been linked to right-sided tumors. But here we're seeing them on the left side.
One tool in the fight against colon cancer, early screening. In 2018, the American Cancer Society became the first organization to drop the recommended colorectal cancer screening age from 50 to 45. In 2021, more organizations followed suit.
I had to fight and advocate to get myself a colonoscopy at a local GI doctor.
But the lowered screening age doesn't help a population of young patients like Stanley, who still didn't qualify when she had symptoms in her early 30s.
When you ask these patients, who do develop colorectal cancer about their journey, so many say that they had to see multiple doctors before they got the diagnosis, that they were told they were too young, and that rectal bleeding cannot mean cancer in this population. And so I think if we need to own that.
Robin Mendelsohn is a gastroenterologist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer.
I think you guys need to, if it's bleeding or if you feel any sort of pain in any area, I'm just going to say stop ignoring pain, stop ignoring things. And the sad part about it is our medical system is so tore up over here that it's like if we were in a third world country or in a place like Canada, it seems like they have their health system much more better than us. Canadians don't even have to pay for their medical. But what I would say for you guys is if you're feeling a certain way and you do have any sort of bleeding, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Also, I saw a little commercial with this little thing that's running around where they take a piece of it and test it to see if you guys can find out if you have any sort of cancers. There's also someone here that says something about home tests. If anybody know anything about the home test, hey man, there's nothing shameful about staying alive and being healthy. We talk about it every day. So if we can help each other, why not go for that? Let's get on it. Let's keep on moving forward. Because even Trump, he says he's got the authority to void Biden's auto pen orders, except for the one that he did for Hunter. I can feel it, Biden. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on going over here. Well, we got it right here. Let's go.
Happens. They asked about my MRI. MRIs are...
All right. Also, he's saying that if you want to get the results of his MRI, he's willing to put it out there. President Trump.
Governor Walz asked you to release the MRI records.
Will you tell us what it was
Governor
for?
Walz? You mean the incompetent Governor Walz? So, if they want to release it, it's okay with me to release it. It's perfect.
What were they
It's like
looking
my
for?
phone call where I got impeached. It's absolutely perfect. So, if you want to hear about it or if you want to release it, do you want to have it released?
Yes,
News Nation? Failing News Nation?
No, it's not failing.
News Nation is doing lousy, by the way. But if you want to have it released, I'll release it.
Please, can you tell us what they were looking at?
For what, releasing?
No. What part of your body was the MRI looking
I
at?
have no idea. It was just an MRI. What part of the body? It wasn't the brain because I took a cognitive test and I aced and I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you,
too.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yo, you see her face? Her face is just like, oh my God, yo, ooh, man. He obliterated them just now. Wow. Trump effing his fuck. He's lying, failed cognitive test. LOL, he's lying, LOL. That have put Trip so dumb much. Okay, let's keep on moving forward. I don't know what you said right there. Let's keep on moving forward. Now, I think we're going to try to get on over to this auto pen situation. I've really been trying to make sure that we find out what's going on with that because it is one of our follow-up stories. And they're saying that he's got the authority to overturn the auto pen selections.
Orders signed by former President Joe Biden using the auto pen. Trump made the announcement on Truth Social. President Trump said approximately 92% of documents signed by the former president made use of the auto pen. Trump wrote, quote, "Any document signed with the auto pen is hereby terminated and of no further force or effect. The auto pen is not allowed to be used if approval is not specifically given by the President of the United States."
Wow.
Trump said Biden was not involved in the auto pen process, and if he says he was, he will be brought up on charges of perjury. Joining us now to discuss.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I think this person needs to get arrested. So let's try to get this story out since we still got some more time. Let's get on and try to get this fool. He needs to go to jail. Where this fool at right here? Here we go. This fool right here. We got to get on over to Oklahoma real quick because I don't even want to say this. Why he got arrested. Check this. Yeah. He was sentenced. He was already sentenced. Sentenced for this right here. Glad that they got him. And it's over in Oklahoma. Many more people should know about this right here. Check this out.
Prison sentence for a man who tried to purchase a child sex slave online. He was living in Oklahoma and will now spend the next quarter of a century behind bars. News 4's Spencer Humphrey tells us the circumstances surrounding this arrest, and a warning, these details are disturbing.
Things that are going on right now, I mean, it blow your mind.
Major Adam Flowers with the Canadian County Sheriff's Office is talking about the disgusting, almost unfathomable world of child sex trafficking, he says is happening nearly out in the open.
There are numerous websites out there that cater to this type of black market illicit activity.
He says sex traffickers and their criminal clients often connect through everyday apps like Snapchat, Tinder, even Facebook, then buy and sell people as young as infants.
They all have people that use these apps for illicit purposes. This is actually a code word that people use to advertise these, and once you are in the trade, you understand what these code words are.
Flowers says that's what Braulio Luna was doing when deputies caught him trying to buy an 11-year-old girl for sex last August.
We actually did an undercover operation. One of the ads that we put out was a mom trying to sell an 11-year-old, or a foster mom trying to sell an 11-year-old. And Mr. Luna responded to that ad and started making preparations to actually purchase an 11-year-old for a sexual encounter.
They told him he could meet up with the kid here at this Yukon motel, where he did show up with a Happy Meal in hand.
We told the suspect, Mr. Luna, that she was hungry, and he offered to get her a Happy Meal. So that shows intent on everything that he was trying to do, and gives us even more evidence.
Deputies arrested him at the motel, Luna later confessing he had at least one actual sexual encounter with a real child around the same age at some point in the past.
It's kind of like a cold case. We know they're out there, we just don't know who they are. He wasn't forthcoming with that.
Luna pleaded guilty to felony child exploitation. This month, a judge sentenced him to 25 years in prison, ordering he must serve at least 18 of those years behind bars before getting out.
We have to put a stop to it.
In El Reno, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
And Luna is a legal U.S. resident. However, he is not a U.S. citizen. He will be deported back to the country he is originally from once they determine what that is, immediately after he finishes serving his prison sentence.
Yeah, well, I think we need to get him
prison sentence for a man who...
He need the wood chipper. Hell, we're going to prison. Wood chipper. On slow. That's how we do it over here. We do wood chippers on slow over here for people like that. Matter of fact, for monsters like that. We got to keep on moving forward now because California details a police search for a suspect motive in an Edley, California power. Let's keep on going, you guys. I ain't stopping. I ain't got nothing else to do but this. Let's go. Oh, matter of fact, wait a minute. No. Because this story is even better. Let's get on over to Baltimore, where we got this sting operations that leads to an arrest of a father and son. Y'all ain't gonna believe what they was doing. Check this out.
Never imagined something that horrible happening in my neighborhood close by.
High-powered rifles and dangerous drugs, all off the streets following a months-long investigation, sparked by a tip that 38-year-old Martise Kosh was selling guns. Charging documents reveal on 2 different occasions an undercover officer was able to purchase weapons from Martise in the parking lot of the Days Inn Hotel along Washington Boulevard in Laurel, including a high-powered rifle, a handgun, and a revolver that had been reported stolen, handed over in a black bag.
I always get the impression that this is not a good area that up there.
Yeah, you was right.
I kind of stay away from that area.
You was
All
right.
the while, covert detectives monitored surveillance, live streaming video and audio from the encounters. Detectives soon determined he was operating out of the Turf Motel down the street and that he was receiving assistance from his father, 60-year-old Ronald Kosh. The family business, though, goes beyond Washington Boulevard. Last month, with the help of a search warrant, detectives found drugs and weapons inside Ronald's Ellicott City apartment, including cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl, miniature baggies indicating an intent to distribute, as well as multiple guns and ammunition, of which Ronald is prohibited from possessing.
It's hard to know that this stuff is still out on the streets. And, you know, people are trying to fight every day to get this stuff off the streets.
Well, as long as it's going to be out there, as long as people are able to make money off of it, trust me, you're still going to have people that's willing to throw the bricks at the precinct in order to get it. Check this stuff out right here. I can't stand people like this. Somebody come to the neighborhood to try to help people out, feeding them, and you know what they do, y'all? They stole a U-Haul truck. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't have some sort of security out there, because you already know if you're feeding people like that, there's going to be a couple of miscreants out there moving around. And then they parked the U-Haul truck afterward, and guess what? Stole the U-Haul truck from the people that was out there giving them the free food, y'all. This is a sad one here.
First, a Las Vegas charity that spent months preparing.
They're looking for donations now, by the way. Come on, let's go.
Preparing to help families this Thanksgiving is now asking the community for help themselves. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
What the hell going on with you?
I'm Melissa Bethencourt. Less than 24.
Let's get that over again, you guys, from the top.
Starts now.
But first, a Las Vegas charity that spent months preparing to help families this Thanksgiving is now asking the community for help themselves.
How we gonna help you if your video don't play? I'm trying to get you guys some GoFundMe assistance over here.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Melissa Bethencourt. Less than 24 hours after hosting their annual Gobble.
Now, y'all don't want no help. I don't think you want no help because the audio terrible too. So yeah, they got their U-Haul truck stolen.
Back. Organizers with the Give Back charity say their U-Haul, filled with more than $25,000 in supplies, was stolen overnight.
It's a beautiful event.
This was the scene yesterday in downtown Las Vegas. Volunteers from the Give Back charity serving hundreds of locals, handing out food.
Yeah, that's a bad video right there. After it was over, you guys see that U-Haul truck over there?
Clothing, hygiene kits, and connecting.
Y'all see that U-Haul truck right there? After they reloaded everything up in the U-Haul truck, somebody came and stole everything, stole the whole truck.
Families with shelters and support programs. But just hours after this happened, organizers say everything changed.
Woke up this morning and the U-Haul's gone. All they left us was a broken glass window.
Metro Police are now investigating and reviewing surveillance video after this 20-foot U-Haul vanished sometime between midnight and 9 a.m. The truck has Arizona plates with a green, white, and red butterfly on the passenger side. Inside were tables, chairs, signage, donated items, merchandise, computers, backpacks, and even their mailing list. The charity says the missing items alone amount to more than $25,000, not including the vehicle.
I don't know what to say. I'm so disappointed. It's been insured, but the stuff, unfortunately, from my understanding, is that it's not, the cargo's not insured.
The theft also jeopardizes their upcoming toy and Christmas drive scheduled for December 19th, which relies on the equipment and donations inside that truck. The goal now is to rebuild what was lost so they can continue lending a helping hand.
And as we continue to follow the latest developments on this story, we put together an article on our website detailing the events. We'll be sure to update that article as we learn more. Meanwhile, if you have any information on this incident, you're urged to contact Crime Stoppers. That number, 702-385-5555.
Come on, y'all. Y'all know anything about that? Go ahead and drop a dime over there, man. Somebody eating a banana right now like this. Yeah, I know who did that for them. I'm about to drop a dime on y'all fools for trying to steal from them people. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, enjoying the content that you're getting right now. Because if you are, only thing I'm going to ask you to do is give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, I don't ask for that because I understand it's rough. It's Monday morning, and guess what? It's the 1st. So, woo, that rent is due. Knocking at the door, pick up the phone. Also, all we really care about is the likes, right? Let's try to get those likes up to get more people over here. And if you appreciate the show, go ahead and subscribe to the show. Become a member. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. Now we got to get on to this guy right here. He likes to chill out with his dad. He likes to hang out. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But this is something that I thought that you guys might get a kick out of. Yes, as you can see it. That's right. That's a cow. And yes, that's a jet ski. We got this baby cow who insists on going jet skiing with his dad. Check this out, you guys. You ain't going to believe this one.
He basically just sat on the one side and we went.
He literally has a cow on a jet ski.
Ollie acted like it was nothing, that he was supposed to be on there.
So now, I don't know what started him doing this or what made him, think it was cool.
It was time to get him off. He just stood up there. He wasn't in no hurry to get off. He was just calm and relaxed.
Ollie's favorite human is his daddy.
It was just a hot day.
Yeah, good boy.
Ollie was just standing in the water.
You gonna swim?
All of a sudden, Ollie took a leap and started swimming right out to me. He swam around the dogs a couple times, doing circles. As soon as I had hands on him, he stopped swimming. He just laid his head over my shoulder and allowed me to hold him. It was really neat.
This fool
Ollie just loves being in the water, cooling off on those hot days. When Ollie's wore out, he would lay his head on your shoulder and fall asleep.
Look at Ollie swim. Oh, where's Daddy? Ollie, good swimmer.
Ollie has his two brothers, Huck and Chewy.
They wrestle and play.
For some reason, I think Ollie think he a dog. And them dogs might be sizing them up like, you actually a little, you don't know what you are, but you're actually mighty tasty. Right now, you're veal. Let me stop you guys. Do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciating the love that we're showing for the animals right now. Come on, we're only 40 away from getting to that foe. Let's go ahead and get it right now, you guys. Go ahead and show some love. You guys know y'all love the animals. Come on.
24/7.
Ollie loves to go and explore with his brothers, and they usually stay close to him.
There you go, just run over.
Somebody says he identifies as a dog.
Your brother.
So a lot of things that Ollie gets to do or experience is because one of his brothers did it first.
Ollie did whatever the dogs did.
A well-formed poop means good gut health, and good gut health means a balance between body and mind. Witness their out-of-booty experience and become one with their number 2, Solid Gold, Solid
That's
Gut.
a good commercial. I can't front. That's funny. I like that.
New Arm & Hammer plant powered
How many commercials you gonna show us?
green formula that
How many? Come on. I got more videos to show over
for
here.
powerful odor control.
More work to get to. Let's go. Let's get it. That's enough about the cow. I got another one for you guys. Since we love animals so much, now we're going to switch it up a little bit. You guys ain't going to believe this one. You know, I'll be taking my time to find these right here. What you guys think about this one? Now, there's dogs, there's cats, there's protectors, there's all sorts of animals out here, right? But one thing an animal always knows is to protect its kids and its babies. I want you guys to see this situation right here that we're about to open up this frame on. As you can see, this bird tries to come into this frame and harm this little baby right here, right? All of a sudden you got that. And that, let me just tell you something about a tomcat. The ones with the stripes, believe me, they're the most lethal. If they're on a farm, they're notorious for killing mice and rats. Trust me. They're no joke when it comes down to protecting. Watch how it protects this baby from this bird. You're going to literally try to jump up in the air and catch this bird out the air. See that? One thing cats aren't, they're not scared. They're not scared. They won't even be scared of a dog. They don't care. They protect their babies. They don't care. I know this. I've seen that many times.
Easy, Goose. Go on. Willow, you're brave.
You see that, right? Yeah. Don't mess with my baby now. Don't mess. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. That cat is like, get out of here. I'm Wolverine. Don't play with me. That's my little youngster right there. I got to take care of my baby. Y'all know how them cats get down. Dogs are the same way. You ever try to act like you're having a fight in front of a dog and they try to get in between you because they don't want nobody fighting? That's why the animals are so much loved, and that's why we love them so much, you guys. Also, if y'all trying to make some money, 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 hit that link in the description and you guys can fill out a survey today where you'll be able to make up to $275. You guys will make some money and I'll be able to make some money too. Every time you fill out a survey, I make a little bit of money too. So why wouldn't I want you to fill out one of them? Also, if you got a business, you're trying to promote your business, I don't know what you do. You might be a lawyer, a mobile lawn doctor. I don't know what you do, but if you're trying to promote your business, we want to help you, especially if you're a member or if you subscribe to our bottom line. What do we want you to do? Send over your promo, but make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 size frame because that's what YouTube requires in order to put it in the post notification area. Remember, 1080 by 1080. Don't get mad at me when you send it over here and I'm like, this ain't gonna fit and it's looking all crazy inside of there, because that's the size of the box that they have available for the post notifications. Send your promos over and I'll make sure that we put them up. bridgethisllc@gmail.com. You want to send your promos over? bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I don't know what you do. Maybe you do hair. You could be a lawn person. Whatever it is, we got people from all over the world that watch our show. So why not promote your business and help you guys get out there as well? Also, y'all know what's coming up, right? We got that Show Your Talent search, and we come into Brooklyn's in the house. The Show Your Talent search. That's where my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, and myself, your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I am the host of The Talent Show. That's right, and it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. There you go right there. 14% alcohol by volume. That's that hard punch right there. www.drinkbigdrip.com. If you guys want to be a part of The Talent Show, all you got to do is go to the website. www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, put your email address in the email section, and you're going to get post notifications on everywhere we're at, the locations, updates, and everything. You're not going to be able to miss out because it's all linked together to all of the main events. So when you guys put your email address there, you're going to know every single event that we're going to be at, and y'all can pull up. So Brooklyn, you guys trying to make $250. We're going to get that location up this week and let you guys know where we're going to be at, and we're going to pull up. So hopefully everybody in Brooklyn that's interested in tasting Big Drip Hard Punch, as well as being a part of the Show Your Talent search and making that Boom, $250. I know it could be really helpful at this time. You guys trying to make some money? That's right. Pull up. Make sure that you put your email in the email address at the website. Again, that's www.drinkbigdrip.com. Put your email in the description. You guys trying to be a part of this talent show? All you got to do is that. Also, it's Monday, y'all. My favorite day of the week. Why? Because they got to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Oh, they can't say, oh, the holiday's coming. It's almost close to the weekend. No. It's Monday, bro. What's going on? Let's get to the business. That's why I love Monday so much. Tuesday, too. Then when it start getting Wednesday and Thursday, the weekend's coming. Workers, I get it. Bosses, we don't like days off because we got to pay y'all. Bottom line, real talk. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Make sure you guys stop worrying about problems all the time. Stop being stressed out because guess what? You're going to wake up tomorrow and have to deal with it again. What you need to do is thank the Lord above and say, God, thank you for letting me be able to wake up this morning and deal with this problem. Because I probably wouldn't even been here to deal with it. And then deal with the problem because problems present opportunities. The hard part is finding a solution and then adapting to it. So it's always going to be a problem, always something to deal with. Get that weight off your back, keep on pushing and never stop. Strive for success. Don't let nobody hold you back and never let nobody break your stride. Nobody's gonna hold us down. Whoa, no. We got to keep on moving. And as we go out, we got to send those prayers and those shout outs to all of our strong supporters, all of our co-hosts, the #1 co-hosts and the #1 mods, the #1 family members on YouTube from the 6 o'clock until hour. Who we shouting out and giving praise to this morning? Love, Lord, pray for liberty and justice. Also Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Also David, who's that right there? David Stryker, Diggity Diggs 489. Tim the Jim, how you doing, love? Always stay prayed up, thankful and grateful. We got this. That's right, Lanyan. Also Sky, I see you there, Sky. Miss Swanza, thank you so much. Casey Ramos, my brother. Who else we got up in the building over here? C. Acabo. We also got Jay Shelton, Ice Acabo. I'm sorry. Dustin 741, Batty Lynn, Fred Walker, Teddy Marcello. That's right, Lanyan Bueno. I see you, liberty and justice. I ain't gonna never forget about you. We have a common love in 90s music. And with that being said, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic and safe day. Amen. And we're going to be here tomorrow for it again. Because you know what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me today, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Because we got busy today, didn't we? I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, see you guys Tuesday. Get 'em! Peace. 1.